If people are on your ads, once again, if they're giving you negative feedback and hitting on you, that's still good promo. Cause what? They gonna still share it to their people.
Your different facets add to your leverage and your it factor. All right, we here with Gaijin Is It Physical for the Creative Accountability video series for all my artists in the depths. Piercing the subconscious of the creative community video by video. We're going to talk about ads and investing in promo.
And promote yourself through marketing, IG ads, Google ads. If you can find your post that gets the most organic engagement. Because some posts will get more comments than others, and some will get more shares than others. Okay, so you want to find those two, put some money behind them. And if you can get one of those posts to get, like 15 to 20 cents per click or less, that one's going viral.
Can you introduce yourself and what do you do? Like I mentioned video editing, but you also gotten into games. You also gotten into music over the past couple years. So give us a brief introduction of yourself, brother.
I go by Gaijin Isn't Physical. I shoot music videos. I make music. I've made clothes. I make games now. That's my current venture. Like every few years, I just be switching it up because, I feel like I be mastering shit to a certain degree, and then I just move on. So I've been doing this since I was like 10 on and off. I was inspired by Newgrounds.com and Adult Swim heavily. When I was a kid, I was making stick figure comics, and eventually, I leveled up to where we are now.
That's dope. Can you name some notable people you done work with before we get into all this info?
Yeah, for sure. So the ones that are released that y'all can go look up for proof is Chester Watson and Mr. Motherfucking Esquire. Chester is based like in between Atlanta and Memphis. Esquire is up in New York. I've toured all over the country and even out to Canada off of music videos. Like, bro, I live in Alabama and is in New York and LA be hitting me up to come out and shoot. And that's because of marketing and also having like a unique style. So as long as you got a style, bro, you can make anything happen. I got a bunch of unreleased stuff. Like I got an unreleased character animation with Coil Ray, the baby, and like some models who I cannot name right now because that's under NDA. Yeah, man, labels is shifty, bro. Like, even if the artist and the manager and the entire team like it, if the label don't like it, it's not coming out, and that shit gets annoying.
Sounds like, and it's proven that you got some stuff under your belt. You got your years of experience. You got your authority in your field, which is something I preach about a lot in these videos. So, what are some organic ways to promote a song instead of linking my bio or just posting the video? Could you go into a couple examples of that?
So besides that, submithub.com, that's a great place where you can submit straight to blogs, TikTok, and Instagram influencers big time. Just make sure that they're like legit. You got music and movie TV licensing. You can also get into that with submithub.com, so I would highly recommend them. They're very affordable. There's repostexchange.com for SoundCloud promo. And if we just talking Instagram, on Instagram, please, y'all, put little snippets of your music up, because if you just put a cover art or a picture of yourself and be like, oh, yo, new song out now. Okay, but what does your song sound like? You got to give people a reason to click off the app that they're addicted to scrolling on, like for real. After that first one, once you show a teaser of the song, then rotate it on a roulette, like post a snippet of the song, a cover art, maybe a picture of yourself. And then I noticed people are using memes to promote their music too, so that's a big thing. All that is to lure people to your bio, like a trap.
That's a good point about the memes, because I know that is something Hard Jewelry does. I don't know if you heard of that brand, but they use memes to promote. And plus, there's like tons of CapCut templates that are going around on TikTok, and you can just insert songs or insert a video in there, and like that'd be a great way to like sneak your music in there. I like how you touched on the not just posting the cover art or whatever, because another thing is people don't promote in a scalable way. I remember you touched on in one of your Instagram posts, you had said post the feedback from the song.
Yeah, it's a psychological trick, because I see that you study psychology, right? If you post your song The thing that really makes people click on a link, besides everything else I just talked about, is seeing that other people already with it, or even don't with it. If everybody's insulting a song, people are still gonna go listen to that song just to shit on you. But what does it mean? They're still paying you to shit on you. That shit is crazy. And if you get positive feedback from it, they're still gonna go listen to the song. So either way you post any feedback to any art that you put out, everybody else is like, oh, I'm missing out. Let me go get in on this. Because let's face it, man, a lot of people out here are sheep. They don't want to listen to nothing until everybody listens to it. That's why a lot of music artists, A-list music artists, they be putting bots in their comment sections. If you go to a music video and you see, like, within the first 5 seconds of it dropping, everybody's like, so-and-so never disappoints. ... Those are bots, bro. So it's all just to influence people to fuck with you. So there is an advantage to bots, but don't let that be the whole, shebang, because you ain't gonna get paid off that. Yeah, you use artificial engagement to trigger organic engagement.
The initiative of these videos I do is to pierce the subconscious of the creative community, the creative professionals, the artists, and the depths, breaking the thought forms that they subscribe to. So what are some ways that creatives think that they should get rid of that do more hurting than helping?
The most notable form I see, because I can only speak for myself because other artists are perfectionists, is, bro, if you've been working on a song like forever and you're not dropping nothing, and people be having like hundreds of songs in the vault, but they're like, oh, I'm a starving artist, I'm not getting anywhere. Okay, they be waiting for the perfect moment, but you gotta make the perfect moment. There ain't no such thing as it's just gonna fall in your lap, bro. Drop them songs, because an artist's favorite song might not be the audience's favorite song. And then if you drop a song out the blue and it blows up and you're like, oh, well, you wouldn't have never known if you never dropped it or previewed it or nothing. Like, I want artists to post what they got. Don't just drop unfinished stuff. Or maybe you can drop like snippets like X used to do back in the day. He would drop like 30-second songs and then people would go crazy and beg for more. It's better to make them beg for more than to just not put out anything at all.
Any other mindsets you could speak on that you may notice in the creative community?
I don't know off top. All I can say is that I am a toxic workaholic. I will stay in the lab all day tweaking on stuff, and I don't even be seeing friends or family. Some of my family don't even hear from me for weeks. But that's because, man, I'm trying to get to where I'm gonna go, and then maybe I'll circle back around. But I just be creating, bro.
I can attest to that. I definitely am a workaholic. What post should one put ads on, speaking in terms of Instagram?
The one that gets the most comments and shares, for sure, because likes are cool. Okay, let's say that you're getting 20 cents a click per post, okay? But then each click, each person is sharing, and the average Instagram person has at least 3,000 followers. So then that means that for that 20 cents, you just reached like an extra 5,000 people for basically free. So I would highly advise promoting your most shared posts, no matter if it's controversial or not, man. They be saying that bad publicity is good. Yeah, to an extent, like, because one of my first viral posts on Instagram was my Asexual song. And that shit was really a joke, but it got people commenting and sharing like, yo, what is this nigga on? But he's kind of talking that cool shit. I ain't never heard nothing like this before. And that's what it'd be like, man, if you want to hear something different.
I just posted a video about that on my YouTube where it's a different age. You don't gotta say what they want to hear. You don't gotta go over YouTube Lil Baby type beats. Especially when you got a whole story. Like, don't ignore your story just to try to fit in. What matters now is sonic entertainment.
Yeah, somebody got to lead the wave.
I guess they would think of it as a little intimidating to lead the wave.
Yeah, because people be wanting to get rich quick, but, I mean, you can get rich and famous. You won't be remembered. People remember X because, why? He was doing something different. People remember Juice and all these other dudes because they did something different. So if you really want to be remembered in the long run, yeah, you can do that. And I just watched an interview yesterday where Fat Joe was talking about how they're using Young Thug's lyrics against him in trial. And then Fat Joe was like, bro, the courts need to know that we be lying in our music. And he was like, I lied in 95% of my songs. So I was like, bro, what the fuck? You ain't making no songs about what is really going on in your life. You just leading people astray for, the label to push an agenda. That's fucked up. So, like, bro, just be different. Be yourself. That shit really made me mad, though. Like, bro, 95%?
That's wild.
And a lot of people in the comments were like, yo, it's art. How is telling people to cook and go kill somebody art, nigga? Like, what? Just talk about what relates to you, because somebody else in the world relates to it.
You make art out of your philosophy. Look at Jay-Z.
Yeah.
In one of your older posts, you had mentioned the importance of saves. People saving your posts. So can you touch on that?
Yeah, so on Instagram, everything is weighted. Likes are at the bottom of the weights. Like, yeah, you can get 1,000 likes, but it's not going to get your post far. Let me preface that by saying Instagram algorithm, within the first hour, that is the determining factor of your post, of how long your post lives on people's profile. Like, Instagram only shows your post when you post it to like 10% or less of your audience. So you're not even reaching them unless people are commenting, saving, sharing. They could like it, but if they share and comment more, then it's going to go farther. So basically, you do kind of got to trigger people in a way. You got to get them talking, something that makes you memorable and want to share. Like every post, when I actually show my face and talk about these random thoughts I be having, those be going crazy farther than some of the music videos I be posting. So, you know, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. You know, I got different facets that I lean into on my profile for that exact reason.
Yeah, and really that's just a sign that you should just keep doing that more. It's proven that your anecdotal truth holds value and your anecdotal experience holds value because you have authority in your field. You know what you're talking about. You got your years in this.
Pretty much everybody just try different things. Like, yeah, we post a music video. Sometimes show people your fit. Sometimes just show a cover art. You know, if you can give people the all around, then you'll see what works.
So are you in agreement to the term, you are the niche?
Yeah. As long as, you know, like I show my true self. And I do that to an extent on Instagram. I don't never post about my personal life for real because I don't want people in my shit. Even though that's what the music industry be manufacturing, people's personal lives. They be doing fake beefs just to bring more people in because people love negativity, unfortunately.
Before one does ads, what are some things they should have set up? What are types of content one should have before running ads so they have scalable and a measurable progress?
So make sure that your profile actually looks like an artist profile before you do ads. Like, I posted a little video about this a bit ago. Like, when I run ads and people are following me and hitting me up like, bro, can you make me a game? Can you do this for me? Do that for me? I'm gonna come to your profile and I'm gonna see, are you just posting like, you know, plates of food and blank photos? Like, that's not going to convince me that you're an artist. And people, they judge others based on their profile. So, like, if you come to my profile, you see a lot of shit. And you're like, okay, he's doing what he's talking about. You know, he's an artist without even me having to read the bio. That's the goal right there. That's what I wanted to get to. If people know that you're an artist without reading your bio, you got it. So, yeah, have your profile set up looking like that before you run ads. So when people actually come to your page, they see more of what they liked in the ad.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to post an ad for a music video. You get some conversions. If they go to your profile, it's really nothing else. You know, it's pictures of your cat.
Yeah, like that's cool every once in a while, but don't make that the whole profile.
Put that on your Finsta, man.
Yeah.
What are some other things you would say?
If people are on your ads, once again, if they're giving you negative feedback and shitting on you, that's still good promo. Because what? They gonna still share it to their people. They still gonna, those comments are getting you more. The game ad that I've been running for like months, I'm only running that ad. Half the comments love it, half the comments like, bro, this footage is choppy as f***. The frame rate is up. But that's half the comments. And y'all are still commenting, so it's still, you know, getting me where I need to go. So sometimes it be pissing me off. But then I'm like, bro, these people are still following me, though. They're still interacting. If you can get them to interact, you won. That's a whole social media thing. I'm not saying go out and just put out a piece of content, but it's like, it's just good enough and just bad enough to make people feel something. And then once they get to my profile, I really got games on there that's not choppy frame rates and shit like that. So, haha, I tricked you.
Got you. Got you, bitch.
Exactly.
What role does spirituality play in your branding and in your creative process?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like yesterday, I went on a binge researching this man named Madman Markham. He made a time machine, right? Like a real working one. And he disappeared. But he was on a radio show and all this shit. And then I was like, that sent me off into learning about Scientology and shit. I'd be learning a little bit about everything because everybody got some knowledge. But what does it play in my creativity? Like back in the day when I was doing like really trippy videos, if you go back and look at all my music videos, you'll see I have different eras. There were some when I was just overloading with colors, overloading with glitch, and there was some when I was just straight cinematic. And some of my trippy stuff, I was like throwing in like some sacred symbols and subliminal messages that people probably didn't even catch unless, you know, they go back and watch it after. They'll question like, bro, what's that sign that you just put up? I'll tell them, bro, go look it up. The other day I posted about, you know, the cross not really being Christian because, you know, it was used against Jesus. We can get into that if you want to go into the spiritual side, but that prompted people to look more into it. So, you know, like every now and then I'll put that type of stuff out there just to see where the free thinkers are at. Oh, and also, like, bro, we create deities with our mind. Like, you know how many forgotten gods there are and forgotten devils and demons and all that shit because people just don't know about them anymore? So we be creating these things that we worship, but we are the creator of what we think is the creator. And that shit is funny.
Yeah, that's thought forms and egregores. That'd be the main initiative behind these videos, is just breaking down the hurting thought forms and egregores we feed in, you know. We make our own thought forms and egregores. A lot of people are unconscious of it. A thought form can be hurting or helping. A lot of the times for creatives, they are hurting. Even simple things like people hating on me or being a perfectionist or I need to get this. I need a LLC before I start releasing my stuff. Like, all of these are thought forms. Even I know I'm gonna make it. That's a thought form. That's more helping. Like
when I used to have host the experiments, right? It's a house full of artists, independent artists. We come from all over the country. I'll rent out a house, or we will rent out a house together, and then we'll just create till we drop. Now, you can ask anybody who's been to these experiments, there's always some weird spiritual shit that goes on because you got so many people dedicated towards one cause, working towards it. So we be manifesting fast as fuck. And then it lasts for a couple of days after we separate, and then, you know, the energy dies off, but everybody cannot deny that they felt the energy. So, you know, we all get together in the house, you see another artist record a verse, like, oh man, that verse was dope as fuck, I need to work harder. And, you know, we just steel sharpens steel.
Speaking of the experiment, that goes into networking. So can you touch on the importance of your network and not just knowing other creatives as a creative?
Knowing more than just creatives, yes, very essential, because the best example I can give on that is I put out the ad that I make video games. I was getting hit up by NFT companies, tech, in Silicon Valley. Dudes was trying to build a flying car for EMTs, right? So they can, you know, go up on high buildings, haul them off without it being a helicopter. And they hit me up, they're like, bro, can you build a little simulation for us so we can show this to our investors? So that's just how things branch off. So never just limit yourself to one place. Bro, a network is a cheat code. Let's say Sexy Red, for example. It seems like she came up out of nowhere. Yo, shawty had connections. She's what they call an industry plant, which is they want an artist to have an image to push an agenda. I'm not going to get too deep into the agenda that she's pushing, but her, Ice Spice, anybody who seems like they came up out of nowhere, they had hella connections to get where they want. Coi Leray, she came on because her dad is Benzino. He's been in the industry for a hot minute. So for an independent artist, the three major keys is marketing, your visuals, and your music, of course. If you can excel in the marketing, you can really get by with trash-ass music, to be honest. Touch on the role that nepotism has when you have a good network. Let's say, for example, you know a DJ who's always spinning in New York at a famous club. and he's in your network, some rooms you can get into without even using money. You just get into them by knowing people, okay? So, this DJ fucks with you. He puts you on, and boom, everybody in New York knows your name now. I did an interview like a few weeks ago with a dude who runs a podcast studio out in Michigan. And, I just got exposed to more people, and they hit me up. It's just a chain reaction. Everybody knows somebody, 6 degrees of separation. But lately it's been feeling like 1 degree. Like, really though, I'm 1 degree away from Ye right now. I'm 1 degree away from Kendrick right now. I'm talking to people who is in their circle and have produced for them. Like, that shit is cool as fuck. All you gotta do is just keep marketing. You never know who's watching your profile. And also, the people who is behind the scenes in the industry really doing this shit, I'm talking to a dude who produced something on Kendrick's Damn album, right? This dude has less than 10K followers. Never judge people by their followers. You never know who they are for real. And a lot of them don't be talking that much on their profile, but then they'll tell you like, yo, check this out. And like, oh shit, that's you. It's like, yo.
Okay, it's one thing to just know somebody, but what are ways the creative can be on the good side of someone they know? Like, what are some important things? Well, should they focus on building rapport? Should they just keep them updated and send them whenever they drop something? How does one stay on the good side of their network?
Okay, me personally, I hate when people spam me without me asking for stuff. But there is like a acceptable line in between that, right? Like me, I don't send every post I drop to people, just spam messaging like, yo, just check out my new post. Nah, unless, I'm already talking to you, of course, like you're cool. I fuck with you on that. Other people that I don't know and we haven't had a full conversation, bro, don't send me shit. That's annoying because 100 people be doing that to me a day. A couple weeks ago, I was mad that people kept on hitting me up for games. It's like 100 people a day would hit me up with their ideas for a game. At first, I was entertaining it, but then it's only like 5 out of 100 of those people will actually be serious. So then I had to keep on putting out there like, bro, don't talk to me about no games unless y'all is actually ready. I don't want to hear your idea because if it slip into my subconscious and it end up coming out on another game, you're gonna be mad at me. Just like, don't tell me shit. Yes, build a rapport. If you actually like their stuff, you're going to engage with their profile and they'll be more open to working with you. That is the simple answer right there, instead of me running all around the world.
Would you say creators box themselves in by not offering their range of services?
Yeah, definitely. Like, if a person is multi-talented, show every talent. Even if it's, like, if you're doing music and you're doing cover arts or music videos, even if your cover arts and music videos aren't that cool, just show everything you do because people fuck with multi-talented artists. I mean, look at Ye. Try to compare Ye and Drake. Both of them are really doing big things, but Ye be out on Front Street with it. Drake like to move on the low, you just see that he has on Nike stuff, but did he design it? Do you see a documentary of him actually putting in the work and sweating over designs? That's a big reason why people fuck with Ye more. So show every facet of what you got.
Your different facets add to your leverage and your it factor. What would you say is the importance of a website?
Yeah, you gotta have your own platform that has everything in one place, because like I said, Instagram could take your shit away. You can get banned, you can get shadow banned, but as long as you have a core somewhere else, you'll be straight. And also, if you sell products on Instagram, they gonna want to cut out the middleman if you prefer to. And then, just use all that to drive people to your website.
All right, we focusing on ads right now in promotion. So what are some things that a musician should invest in that's like outside of equipment and studio time? Like people that may be on their team or services that they may need. What are some other things they should invest in?
Besides marketing and ads is so important, bro. I can't stress that enough. So let me go a little bit more in depth on that. When I was like really focusing on shooting music videos, I would take a portion of what the artist paid me for the music video to market the video and to market previous stuff I had did, so I can keep on having more work afterwards. So marketing is important. I feel like any artist can get by even if they have subpar music with ads, as long as people know about you, you straight.
Can you touch on finding your audience and what do you think about getting into the audience of a rapper you're in the same niche of?
Oh yeah, what I used to do back in the day, like when I first started out on Instagram about 10 years ago and I was trying to come up, bro, I would go to an artist who was similar to me and I would follow their followers. Straight up. I used to go to Cole Bennett's profile, follow, taking everybody from him, bro. And that worked out for a while, but it's a bunch of manual labor. So there's also collabing with somebody, pay for a feature every now and then. The importance of finding your audience, like I got a big ass mixed audience. Like some people on here know me for AMVs, some people know me for music videos, games, erotic visuals. It's a whole bunch of different stuff. So it's not, I can't talk to them all at the same time, because sometimes I'll like post something about, you know, some spiritual stuff, and somebody who hasn't commented on my profile in months will come back and be like, yo, I've been missing this from you, bro. You ain't talking that talk no more. But I get it, you know, I can't blame you. It's cool to build up and like a diverse audience. That ties back into showing all of our facets. Like some people will fuck with us for one reason, some people fuck with us for another.
All right, can you talk about the importance of having optimized equipment if one is a videographer or a musician?
The thing about that, like, yeah, it's cool to have all the highest quality stuff, but some of my most viral songs, bro, I recorded on this motherfucker right here, Snowball Blue Mic, and I be in FL Studio, and I just mix it. Yeah, I just mix it to where I like it, and it be taking off. Like, all the songs I've recorded in the studio have less plays than the ones I recorded in my car in a Walmart parking lot on this microphone. So it's all about what you're saying, really. Need a good laptop, especially for what we do, bro. Like, my music video workflow sped up 100 times more. I could not make games on my last laptop or do CGI. It was very slow. Animation, all that, it was hard to do. So definitely at least get a good laptop. Everything else, in my experience, it's up in the air.
Okay, so what are certain specs one should look for in a laptop?
Oh yeah, right now I'm rocking with a ROG Zephyrus. ROG is Republic of Gamers. I'm rocking with a Ryzen core, but if you can at least get a laptop that has an i5 core, you'll be good for most things. I would recommend i7 for anybody who's doing the video editing, animation, games for sure. You at least need an i7. I be working in Unreal Engine. It's a nice, very in-depth program. It's free. They be using it to make movies, games, special effects, all that.
Can you give a rundown of some of the programs you use to make all this beautiful visuals and music?
Yeah, so Premiere Pro, video editing, period. I use Premiere Pro paired with After Effects. Photoshop, I don't use as much, but it definitely helps when I have to, like, you know, texture a character and stuff. I started out in Cinema 4D for animation. It's still a big help because I learned so much in it, but I pair that with Blender and Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is free. You can do anything that Cinema 4D or Blender can do to an extent, if not more. Blender is also free. Best free 3D program I've ever used for animation. FL Studio when I record music. I just haven't been recording music lately. I'm in my video game bag. And yeah, that's all my main stuff.
Can you just give one more random promotional gem before we end it out?
Yeah, main thing, man. Marketing is king. Content is king. I try to be posting at least once a day. No, really. My goal every day is to post at least 3 times a day. That's when I'm really trying to get to it. 3 different types of content every day. I use my platform like a TV channel. You can come here and be entertained for hours. I have thousands of posts going back 10 years. You can see my full evolution even before I started doing music videos. You can see me in high school, bro. You can see when I started and where I ended so far. You know, and this never ends. Promote on Instagram or Google Ads. If you can get a post that is 20 cents or less per click, you winning. You going viral. All you gotta do is keep pushing it. Even if you just put in $20 a week, I would advise $20 a day. But even $20 a week, bro, you're going to boost up every single week. You're going to have new people. And with that being said, I mean, that's like the main thing.
To wrap it up, can you talk about the services you offer and your website and your video game?
Right now, I'm mainly doing animations and video games. I do shoot music videos. I edit music videos. I do visual effects, CGI, animation, character creation. I used to make designs for clothes, make logos. Also, there's like the interactive experiences I do where it's not quite a video game. Like you're not running around punching and shooting people, but you can like walk around in an environment that is, tailored to you. Like imagine artists be getting animations and music videos. Imagine if somebody could walk around in a music video with you and your character is in there like rapping to them in a concert or something. That's really the spot I'm trying to get us to. Fortnite has been the leader in that shit. For real. Like they are putting Travis Scott in the game. They just put Eminem in the game. Like they know what's going on. So, the music industry is moving into a new field, man. The music videos is starting to, I'm not going to say they're not enough because we'll always need music videos. But, bro, it's going to get so advanced.
Yeah, the run and gun going to be done.
Yeah, and then even now, I be doing it every now and then. As long as you have a unique style in your music videos, you're going to be straight. Because people always want to see how the artists they're listening to and like so much, how they move, how they talk,
They swag.
how their fingers, all that. They study that to determine whether they like you or not. Like there are some music artists I like for their interviews and not their music. It's like that.
No, definitely. All right, can you shout out your social media, your website, where they can book you for these services?
Yeah, of course. I'm on Instagram as Gaijin Isn't Physical. That's the same name of my website, GaijinIsn'tPhysical.com. I really hate social media. I wasn't really on here before business, but in order to succeed as an entrepreneur, bro, I just be finessing the internet.
Finesse the internet.
Yeah, man, that's how you travel the world. Like, yeah, it's cool to be the hometown hero, when the other people around you aren't mad at you for trying to make something of yourself. That's a real thing, bro. Like, you'll be in your hometown blowing up, and everybody else will be mad at you because they were in the same spot, but they're not where you are. And that's an unfortunate truth. Not everybody in the hometown is going to hate you now. But this is why a lot of artists be moving out of their cities. It get dangerous out there, bro. But try to help who you can. If they don't want more for themselves, then you can't push them to be more. I've tried that so many times. That's why I really rock Lone Wolf.
All right, this is Damon Chambers of firstbornart.com, where Gaijin Isn't Physical. We appreciate y'all engagement. If you like this video, be sure to check out the Creative Accountability playlist below. And yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.